This is Chunyu reading the work. We were trained not to talk to them. Runny-nosed kids with who knew what disease is. Not even to wheel back. And of course, it was improper to stare. The nuns walked so fast. Already we were passing the plantation. The shrubs lined up neatly. The thick glossy green giving out a faint wild odor like our bodies in bed after lights out. Passing the pickers, hill women with branch-scarred arms, bent under huge baskets strapped to shoulder and head, the cross in their thin necks pulling like wires. Back at school, though Sister Dolores cracked the refractory ruler down on our necklace. We could not drink our tea. It tasted salty as the bitten inside of the mouth. It's brown like the women's necks, that same tense color. The work, poetry becomes a field of confrontation, and the core contradictions are intertwined between Western colonialism, religious forces, and individual subjectivity. This conflict is mainly presented in two ways. Firstly, the author indirectly criticizes environmental separation of the individual through diction. Secondly, imagery is employed to illustrate the deep connection between the characters and local life, resisting the discipline. First of all, the poem exposes the operation in the religious context by combining words full of emotional tension. The poet didn't directly describe the suffering of the characters, but used unique dictions to criticize the strict rules of the school. For example, the word angled in angled classrooms not only depicts the physical form of the classroom, but also describes the rigidity of teaching, making readers feel the depressed atmosphere. In the expression plaid squares, the author uses plaid to modify the bread, which is very ironic. When even food is forced to be displayed into a regular appearance, the freedom and nature of the individual has been worn out. These lexical constructions constitute a sharp criticism of the colonial education system, but also reveal the author's profound dissatisfaction. Secondly, the poem uses a series of sensory images to depict the deep connection between girls and local life, which has always been in opposition to the religious order. Although the nuns clearly prohibit girls from having intersection with locals, they cannot suppress their physical instincts. When the girls pass in the plantation, the description faint wild odor like the smile of our bodies in bed after lights out connects the external environment with personal experience. The action of turning off lights symbolizes temporarily breaking free from the subversion of school, and girls also return to the most real state. They do not agree with the identity imposed on them by school, and the tight cords on the necks of tea-picking women resonated with the sense of bondage felt by the girls under the rules of the nun, and the two embodied the suffocating state of oppression. Real food, onion pakoras, like our mothers once made, awakens a sense of cultural belongings deliberately suppressed by the school. With its unique diction and imagery, this poem constructs a set of contestation that confronts the repressing environment and personal experience. Schools can display behavior, but they cannot suppress the critical thinking of individuals or break the sensory connection between individuals and the land.